Doctor. Part 1. Defining population geography and its scope. Population geography is a subfield of human geography that focuses on the study of human populations, including their size, distribution, composition, migration patterns, and the impact they have on the surrounding environment. It analyzes the spatial variations in populations and how these variations relate to geographical, social, and economic factors. The subject bridges geography with social sciences to provide insights into population dynamics and their influence on regions. What is population geography? Population geography is the geographic study of people and their relationship with the environment. It answers questions like, where do people live and why? How do population numbers grow or shrink? What is the impact of human populations on land and resources? Key features of population geography. 1. Spatial perspective. It studies where populations are distributed across Earth and the reasons for those patterns. For example, why are cities densely populated while deserts have sparse populations? 2. Interdisciplinary nature. Population geography intersects with fields like sociology, economics, anthropology, and demography. 3. Focus on change. It examines dynamic changes in populations, such as birth rates, death rates, migration, and urbanization trends. Scope of population geography. The scope of population geography is vast, encompassing various areas of study. 1. Population distribution and density. This focuses on the spatial patterns of where people live, e.g., urban versus rural areas. It includes understanding density types like arithmetic density, number of people per unit area, physiological density, population per unit of arable land, and agricultural density, farmers per unit of farmland. 2. Population growth and change. Population geography investigates natural growth, birth rate minus death rate, and migration, people moving between regions. It considers how populations grow in certain areas while declining in others. For example, urban growth in developing countries contrasts with population stagnation in some developed regions. 3. Composition of populations. This includes age, gender, ethnicity, language, education, and occupation. Analyzing these characteristics helps geographers understand how societies function and develop. 4. Human migration. Migration is a major focus. Population geography looks at international migration, people moving across borders, e.g., rural to urban migration in Africa; internal migration, movement within countries, e.g., village to city migration or city to city relocation. 5. Population and resources. A key area of study is the balance between population size and available resources: land, food, water, energy. It explores overpopulation issues in resource-scarce areas and underpopulation in places with unused resources. Conclusion of Part 1. Population geography is a dynamic and broad field that helps understand how and why human populations are distributed the way they are, how they interact with their environments, and what challenges emerge with population growth and movement. In the next part, we will discuss the evolution of population geography and its significance in addressing real-world issues like urban planning, migration crises, and resource management. Part 2. Evolution of population geography and its significance. Evolution of population geography. Population geography evolved as a distinct branch of human geography due to growing interest in understanding population dynamics and their impact on social, economic, and environmental factors. The field went through significant milestones. 1. Early foundation before 1950. Demography's influence. Before population geography emerged, discussions about population were part of broader fields like demography and regional geography. Early studies primarily focused on birth rates, death rates, and migration patterns. Thomas Robert Malthus. In 1798, Malthus introduced his Essay on the Principle of Population, which highlighted concerns over population growth outpacing food production. This sparked interest in population studies from a geographical perspective. 2. Formation as a discipline, 1950s. G.T. Trewartha. In 1953, Trewartha formally introduced population geography as a separate discipline at the Association of American Geographers. He argued that the human aspect should be at the center of geographic studies, making population geography crucial to the broader understanding of human geography. Focus on spatial aspects. Unlike demography, which concentrated on statistical analysis, population geography emphasized the spatial distribution of populations and their relationships with physical and human environments. 3. Development in the 20th century. Population geography gained momentum during the 1950s and 1960s, especially in the Western world, with increased research on urbanization, migration, and population density. Geographers like John I. Clarke and W. Zielinski contributed significantly by refining methods to study the interactions between population and geography. 4. Recent trends, 21st century. Modern population geography incorporates advanced technologies like Geographic Information Systems, GIS, to analyze population data. Contemporary issues like climate change, refugee crises, urban overcrowding, and resource depletion have shifted the focus towards studying sustainable solutions for population problems. The field has expanded to address global challenges such as aging populations in developed nations and rapid population growth in developing countries. Significance of population geography. Population geography plays a critical role in addressing modern-day challenges by providing insights and solutions to complex human and environmental issues. 1. Urban planning. Analyzing population data helps in designing cities that are equipped with sufficient infrastructure, housing, and public services to meet the needs of growing populations. 2. Resource management. The study of population-resource interactions ensures the sustainable use of resources like land, water, and energy. It helps mitigate problems like resource scarcity in overpopulated regions. 3. Migration studies. Understanding migration patterns, both internal and international, enables governments to plan policies addressing labor shortages, refugee integration, and regional development. 4. Environmental impact. Population growth and density are key contributors to environmental degradation. Population geographers assess how human activity affects ecosystems and how sustainable practices can be implemented. 5. Policy formulation. Governments and organizations rely on population geography to develop policies related to education, healthcare, transportation, and economic development. 6. Global development goals. By studying spatial and demographic trends, population geography contributes to achieving global initiatives like the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, particularly those related to poverty alleviation, gender equality, and environmental sustainability. Conclusion of Part 2. The evolution of population geography from its roots in demography to a specialized field of study demonstrates its importance in understanding the spatial and functional dimensions of human populations. Its significance lies in addressing challenges related to urbanization, migration, resource distribution, and environmental sustainability, making it a vital discipline for shaping a better future for societies across the globe. Nader, Part 3. The scope, methods, and relation of population geography with other disciplines. Scope of population geography. Population geography, as a branch of human geography, has a wide scope that deals with analyzing human population in spatial, temporal, and functional dimensions. The key areas of its scope are: 1. Population size and distribution. It studies the number of people in different regions and their uneven distribution across the world. Factors like climate, resources, and economic activities influencing settlement patterns are evaluated. 2. Density of population. Different types of population density, e.g. arithmetic, physiological, and agricultural, are studied to assess how human populations use and interact with land and resources. 3. Demographic characteristics. Aspects such as age structure, gender ratios, literacy rates, language, religion, and socioeconomic characteristics are explored to understand the cultural and economic makeup of populations. 4. Population growth and change. Population geography investigates the causes of population growth, including birth rates, death rates, and fertility, and evaluates how migration impacts population change. 5. Population and resources. The study examines the balance or imbalance between population and natural resources, exploring problems of overpopulation and underpopulation. 6. Migration and mobility. Internal and international migration, along with rural-urban movements, is studied to analyze their impact on economies, cultures, and demographic changes. 7. Urbanization. Trends in urban growth, problems of overcrowding, and the relationship between rural and urban areas are examined. 8. Population policy. It evaluates government policies and programs aimed at managing population growth, migration, and resource utilization. Methods of population geography. Population geographers employ several methods to analyze data and derive meaningful insights. 1. Quantitative methods. Statistical tools like census data analysis, sampling, and population modeling are used to study patterns and trends. 2. Geographic information systems, GIS. GIS and spatial mapping techniques are used to visually represent population distribution and analyze spatial patterns. 3. Field surveys and interviews. These provide first-hand insights into population-related issues, like migration or urban challenges. 4. Historical and comparative analysis. Past and present population trends are compared to predict future developments or understand demographic transitions. 5. Use of cartographic techniques. Thematic maps, charts, and graphs help illustrate data related to population size, density, and migration patterns. Relation of population geography with other disciplines. Population geography intersects with many other disciplines to provide a comprehensive understanding of human populations. 1. Demography. While population geography focuses on spatial and regional aspects of populations, demography provides statistical data and trends. Both fields complement each other in addressing issues like fertility, mortality, and migration. Economics. The discipline explores how population growth and distribution affect economic activities, labor markets, and resource management. 3. Sociology and anthropology. Population geography incorporates cultural and social elements, such as migration's impact on cultural diversity or the influence of social norms on population trends. 4. Environmental studies. It examines the interaction between human populations and the environment, including the impact of population growth on natural resources and climate change. 5. Urban and regional planning. It aids in designing sustainable urban centers and regional policies by understanding population dynamics, infrastructure needs, and migration flows. 6. Political science. Population geography analyzes the influence of population distribution on political representation, border disputes, and resource allocation. Conclusion. The scope and methods of population geography emphasize its interdisciplinary nature, focusing on the spatial analysis of populations and their dynamics. By collaborating with fields like demography, sociology, economics, and environmental science, population geography provides valuable insights for addressing global challenges such as urbanization, resource management, and migration. It is a dynamic and ever-relevant field that bridges academic study with real-world solutions, helping to shape informed policies for sustainable development.